Hey everybody, welcome back to another Gardener's Journey Homestead. I'm Barbara. On this channel, we talk about gardening, we talk about food preservation, we do a little something in the kitchen. And so I'm glad that you stopped by. If you are new, thank you so much. I hope that you will enjoy this video and consider subscribing. If you've been here before and you come see me every time I show up, I appreciate you. But today I'm going to be talking about preservation, not necessarily food. Food is the end product, but we're going to be talking about saving seeds. And so I haven't done anything about seed saving. And here's the disclaimer. I'm not a seed saving expert. I've been gardening for 2 years, and this is the second year that I've attempted to save some seeds. And so this year I'm doing more than I did last year. And so I want to talk about the importance of saving seeds, show you a couple of different crops that I have saved, how I'm doing it. And of course, I have my own little twist at the end that I'm going to share with you because I like all things beautiful, all things lovely, all things cute. And so, of course, I have a way that I'm saving my seeds that is more than just putting them in a Walmart bag. Okay. So if you've been following me, you know, I like things. I love pretty things, right? So let's talk about saving seeds. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sit at the dining room table. Let's do that. Okay. So let's just sit down and have a chat, and then I'm going to show you some stuff about saving seeds. I've been a little under the weather. So today outside, the high is like 55 degrees in my area. I'm in zone 7A. And so I went out to the greenhouse, checked on how everything is doing, and was going to do a garden tour, but it's a little bit too cold for me out there and just moving around since I've been a little bit under the weather. So I decided to talk to you about seeds, and I had actually shot some of this video probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so you're going to see some clips of that as we go along. But let's talk about the importance of saving seeds. And so on this channel, I talk about gardening and talk about trying to be as efficient as possible. And I talk about one of the reasons why I grow my own food, and I'm sure the reason why a lot of other people grow their own food is, one, it's cheaper, right? It tastes better. But let's just talk about the cost of growing your own food versus what you see in the grocery store. So in the grocery store right now, prices are insane. I placed an Instacart order the other day because we were, been at home sick. And I placed an Instacart order, and I got some oranges. And anytime that it's at the beginning of a season, or I'm not quite sure if things are really good in season for real, then, I start with, a couple, and my favorite grocery store for produce and stuff like that, if I'm not at a farmer's market, is Publix. So I got 4 oranges. I didn't want to get a bag because I'm if the whole bag is bad. Y'all, for 4 oranges, I paid $7.50. That is highway robbery. Okay. Didn't know that when I placed the order. When I saw my thing, I was like, are you crazy? Y'all. 4 navel oranges was $7.50. So that's just one example of saving seeds. Now, I'm not in a climate where I can grow my own citrus. I guess I could try it in my greenhouse since I'm doing lemons and limes. But I don't know that I can grow oranges. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is that you're going to pay more at the grocery store, especially in the time frame that we're living in now, post-pandemic, supply chain issues, inflation, all of that good stuff. So you want to save seeds because, one, it's going to cost you way less to grow your own food than to buy it in the grocery store. 2, it's going to cost you on buying more seeds next year. And 3, what if the seeds that you want are not available, right? So when the pandemic hit, I guess in 2020, there was a big rush on the seed companies because everybody got into gardening, which I think is a great thing, right? I don't belittle that at all. I think that's great. But there's been a rush, an increase in people wanting to grow their own food and to garden. And so the seed companies kind of took a hit in terms of they just weren't prepared for the influx. And so there were many times when you tried to get seeds, you could not get seeds, right? And I still think that we are in some of that, could be facing some of that, going into some of that whatever term you want to describe, right? So when you think about being self-sufficient, sustainable, having a homestead, kind of taking care of your family, saving seeds is just a natural part of that. So you grow the food, you cook the food, you preserve the food. And so the next natural step to me is to save the seeds from what you have planted. So that way you can plant it again next year. So that way you know that you have seeds next year. Especially if you cannot afford to buy a packet of seeds, or if the seeds are just not available. It's just good practice to save seeds. Now, I told you the disclaimer is that I'm not a seed saving expert, nor do I save a bulk of seeds, right? With each year, this is my second year. Third year. I've tried to do a little bit more each time, right? So I'm definitely not at the level where I'm saving a ton of seeds, okay? I'm coming to you from a place of, again, my journey of I've been saving some. And if you haven't saved any, I want to encourage you to at least start, especially some of you are at the end of your summer season, depending on what zone and what climate you're in. And so you still have stuff that you can save. People like me, where we've already had our first frost, I still have some stuff like on the vine, so to speak, in the outside garden. You may be letting some stuff dry so that you can save seed. So it's not too late, right? And if all of that doesn't, fit your situation, then you can be thinking about next time how to save seeds. So it's important to save seeds for the reasons that I just listed. One, you may not be able to get it. Two, it's going to be cheaper for you instead of buying seed. And then three, you get a chance to have some of the stuff that you already had. Now, I'll touch on this just a little bit. And again, I'm not an expert. I can only tell you what I've read, seen, done myself, witnessed. But when you're saving seeds, obviously, you want to save your heirloom seeds, because the heirloom seeds are seeds that, again, that have been saved through generations. And when you save an heirloom seed, you can be assured that you're going to get the same product, so to speak. So if I have a Cherokee purple tomato and I save a seed from that, I put it in the ground next year, I am going to get a Cherokee purple tomato, right? With the same flavor profile, the same look, the same, it's going to be identical. I use that word loosely, as to what I had this year. Now, can you save seeds from hybrid? Yes, you can save seeds from hybrid, right? Are you going to get the exact same thing that you had this year? Maybe not. So let me give you an example. So Sun Gold tomato is a hybrid tomato, right? It's an F1 hybrid. If I save seeds from my Sun Gold tomatoes and I plant them next year, am I going to get a tomato? Yes, I'm going to get a tomato. I'm not going to get a fish. I'm not going to get an orange. I'm not going to get a cucumber. I'm going to get a tomato, right? I will get a tomato. Now, will the tomato look as bright as the Sun Golds that I had this year? May not. Will it have the exact same profile? May not, right? Because with the hybrid, they've taken two, and I don't know if it's two or more. And again, I'm just telling you what I've read, researched, done myself, right? With a hybrid, they're taking, two or more, I'll say that, different types of tomatoes for the sake of this example. And they have crossed them, pollinated them, put them together, made them a hybrid to get the best profile, right? So when it comes to hybrids, they have more disease resistance. Why? Because they have taken all of the great strengths from each of the different tomatoes or different varieties and put them together, pollinated them, cross-pollinated them to get the profile that's going to be the most disease resistant, that's going to give you the bigger fruit, the most red, whatever the case may be. That's the best way I know to explain it, right? I used to think that a hybrid was, they're taking a tomato and they're going to take a nectarine and tell me it's a tomato. Now, that may be happening somewhere, but that's when you see an F1 hybrid, when you look at your seed catalogs and all that, it's just saying that they took two different things of the same kind and put them together. Okay. So going back to, can you save seeds from hybrid? You can. Will it produce something? Yes, it will. It will not produce the same exact flavor profile, the same look, the same as what you had. okay? Because it's a mixture of 2 different things and maybe 3 different things, right? That part I don't know. So I wanted to kind of clear that up. So traditionally, you are saving seeds from heirloom varieties because they're tried and true and they have been saved over time. That's what makes it an heirloom. They have a generational, past where people have saved that exact same seed. And so you can be assured that if I save a Cherokee purple seed, that is what I'm going to get. Okay. So with all of that being said, let's talk about the 2 seeds that I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to show you bell peppers. I saved a lot of seeds from bell peppers. And to me, this is an easy place for me to start because I'm newer to this, and not doing, seeds of everything that I've had, right? So let me back up. So last year I did bell pepper seeds. I did zinnia seeds, and there was one other one. It was only 3 different things that I saved. I will tell you that I actually planted my seeds this year for bell peppers that I saved from last year. That is a really, really, really good feeling to plant seeds from a produce or a harvest that you had last year. And y'all, let me tell you, they rocked out. My bell peppers because I marked the ones that were saved seed, they were amazing. They did fantastic. So you can see how, okay, I had a crop last year. I saved seeds from that. I planted them this year and they did well and produce. So do you see how I saved money, right? And I have a pretty big space. So me buying seeds for everything that I'm planting can get costly. But if I'm buying some seeds and I have some seeds saved, you see how my costs start to go down, right? So again, this is all a journey. So this year I have saved some bell pepper seeds, and then I'm going to show you about saving some okra seeds. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to show you this clip. I actually filmed this, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm showing you and walking you through the process of bell pepper seeds. So let's take a pause and go right into this video and you'll see how it's done. And then I'm gonna save these seeds from these red bell peppers. So this is what I do. I guess I'll go ahead and show you now, and maybe I'll do a more in-depth video on seed saving in general. But let me grab this is what I do. I just put them all on a plate so you can see the seeds here. Look how many seeds that is. And I just get them off with my finger and let them dry. That's all you gotta do is just let the seeds dry out. I just put them in a place in my kitchen, usually on top of my dehydrator or in a corner that nobody's gonna go to so it doesn't accidentally get thrown away. Nobody can knock it off. Something like that. That's just from that one little piece that I got right here. So I'm gonna keep doing that. You can see how many seeds we got just from, 5 or 6 bell peppers. So I'll put this somewhere and let it dry. Okay, was that not cool? The cool thing is, literally, y'all, I had 4 or 5 bell peppers. And do you see all the seeds that came off of that? Do you see how that's gonna save you a lot of money? And it's just simple to do, right? You're already preserving your bell peppers. You're already using them to eat. You're doing something. They're right there, like they're calling your name. Now, I get it. For every bell pepper that I have grown this year and I've cut up to use in my cooking, have I saved the seeds? No, right? Because sometimes you're moving. You got to go. But do you see the possibilities, right? Also, another thing that I wanted to share as a reason to save seeds is because you can gift that to somebody. When you give somebody seeds, you're giving them food, right? What's the old adage? If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. If you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. It's the same thing. If you give somebody seeds, they have the ability to grow food for their family again and again and again and again. Y'all, we gotta save some seeds. Okay, so you saw the bell pepper. So the next thing I'm gonna show you is okra. So this is an okra pod from my garden this year that I let dry on the vine. So this is what it looks like, as you can see. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna pop open the, let's see, pop it open. And you can see already, see all those seeds right there? And I just got a plate, nothing fancy. And I'm just taking my finger and putting them all on the plate, right? Pretty simple and easy. Now, that's just one little ridge. You got to keep on breaking this thing open. And there's pods in every little ridge that are just sitting there waiting to be saved. One just hit the floor. I heard it. So if you just keep breaking it apart, you can see like you have that, you have that. They're everywhere. Now, I had already done one. This is what it looks like. That is from one okra pod. Do you see that? I did not count. Let's just do a quick count because I'm curious now. Ooh, that's a lot. Y'all, that's at least like 70 seeds. Just in my quick little calculation from one pod, 70 okra. So if you did 2 seeds in each potting hole, that's 35 okra that you can plant from one pod. Y'all, I have so many of these on the ground in my outside garden, just laying there. It's just gonna take time and energy to do it. Am I gonna do every last one? I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I actually have, for 2 reasons. One, I just don't have the time right now. And then 2, I have a huge bag of okra seeds and I got it at the co-op for like $3. It's like, I don't know, 1,000 seeds, right? So I'm not short on okra seeds. But if I was, then I'd be out there. And again, if times were harder and I just could not afford a pack of seeds, I'd be out there getting it, right? That's the point. So look at these seeds. And so this is what I don't know. And so this is my disclaimer. I don't know this to be fact. And so I'm going to get the experts that watch me to weigh in, right? I did these, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? And when I saw them, I thought, I don't think they need to dry because they already feel dry. And this is how the okra seed looks when you put it in the ground. So in my logical mind, I thought, I think this is ready to go because it looks just like the seed that I put in the ground. So the same with the bell pepper seed. Once they dried, they look just like the seed I put in the ground. Now, of course, when I took them out of the bell pepper, I could visibly tell that they were moist, they were wet, and they needed to dry out. But these, they were already dry. I have let them sit and they have not changed. So my disclaimer is I think you can just take okra seeds and just go ahead and save them. I don't think you have to let them dry. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, okay? But basically, y'all see all I did is I just opened it up and took them out. Now, the third thing that we're going to say is these are my purple whole peas, right? So again, you can see the texture. I'm doing this so you can hear how crunchy it is. Like, it's dried already. So again, you just open the pod. And again, these are dry already. I can just save these as is. You can see that's what it looks like. It's nothing but the purple whole pea, right? That's exactly what we put in the ground. So I have more of these to do. I have a handful. I'll keep doing that, and then I'm going to show you what you've been waiting for. My new tool that I'm using for my seed saving. Hold tight. Okay, so now let me show you what I'm gonna put my seeds in. So last year I put them in sandwich bags and I put like some kind of sticker on there and labeled them. A couple of my stickers came off and I was like, now how am I supposed to know what seed this is? Now I knew generally what it was because I had peppers with peppers, right? But I didn't know if it was a yellow bell pepper or orange or whatever. But let me show you what I did this year. I got me some coin envelopes, and y'all, this ain't revolutionary. I'm sure other people are doing this. I'm just showing you what I'm doing this year, right? So I got these envelopes. They're just like coin envelopes that you get from Amazon. You know how you used to have these little envelopes you put coins in? That's all it is. A coin envelope. But then I got me a custom stamp made. Y'all, I'm so excited. I got me a custom stamp made. Got me a little stamp pad. And let me show you. Okay, so if you can see that, it says seeds from the garden of. So this is great if I want to give someone some seeds. This is a great thing for that. And you know, I told you I'm thinking about having a seed swap. But this is great if I give someone seeds, but it's also good for me to just know where the seeds came from. It says seed type and it says year saved. So all I gotta do is I'm gonna put my little trusty seeds in here. So like these are my little purple hull pea seeds that I'm gonna put in here. And you know what, I should have wrote on it before. Here, let me take that out. Let me write on here. 2022 purple hull. So you can see there. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'll just put my little seeds in here. And you can tape the back of this. You can lick it and seal it. But what I do is I take some washi tape because I got a lot of that. Especially if you're a crafter person, you probably got some washi tape. And I just put it on there to keep it closed. That's it. So I put this with my seeds. And that way I know what it is and what year I saved it in case I don't use all these this year. Let's say I do them in 2024. I'm like, oh, these are from 2022. Let me use these up. You just fold it over. And I'll go back and put my little washi tape on it. And then I'll save this in the same container that I have my pea seeds, right? So here are the bell peppers that I showed you that we did. I already have those packaged up. So those are bell pepper seeds. But if I wanted to, I could give this to somebody, right? I said I had it in my purse, had it in my car. I met somebody who's like, man, I really want to try that bell pepper variety that I saw that you had. Do you by any chance know where you got it from? I may say, yeah, I got it from such and such, but I got one even better for you. Here are some seeds. It's a gift, right? So it's a nice way to give someone a gift because it's all contained, right? It has your name. It's from your garden. It has the year, the date, and what it is. You don't have to worry about stickers coming off and all that stuff. So it's just a nice little compact way to give out seeds, but also to save your seeds. So that's my little new tool. I'm so excited. And it's cute too. It's like cute, compact. So that is it, friends. I'm going to finish doing what I'm doing here and put my seeds up. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you gained something. And as always, if you have something to share with the group, please put it down in the comments below. If there's a different way you do it, if there is another tip, trick that you have, please put it down below. I want, again, to create a community where everybody is not learning just from me, but from everybody else who follows me, puts comments down, and all of that, because we are all on this journey together. If you like what you're seeing, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and I will pop a couple of videos up here so that you can watch between now and the next time that you see me. But remember, it is all a journey. Gardening is a journey. This is all part of it. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time, friend.